easier.
Max Lakowecki rewarded with another start after the stellar outing against New York. He's had a Hartford able to get ahead on it first. Hilton comes up, keeps it in play. Bicycle attempt by Dos Santos. Fans loved it. Just was not able to get it on target. That's how good, Ryan Davis, the competition is in 2021. The parity is really something to behold.
Yeah, you know, Pittsburgh has come a long way in the last couple of weeks.
Lakowecki trying to clear. And there's that man, Ashitey, with it. The midfielder, Ekra. Interesting when you look at the body of work for Hartford this year. They won their first 2 matches. And then since then, they have not been able to win 2 in a row. It's either been driven to that far post. And now Saber Guinzati going to take care of it for Tampa Bay. Lawrence Wyke, also always full of energy. And now it's Guillen. Well, Guillen takes a little bit of a shot there. Those two are going to battle all night long.
Well, no Leo Fernandez tonight. Would Aaron Guillen get the green light to push forward and overlap?
Taken away, Tampa Bay. Over to Antley. Connor Antley trying to hit Dos Santos. Here comes Ekra. Rowdies keep possession. Guinzati. Tampa Bay start. Jordan Scarlett and Tampa Bay not done with this possession.
Well, just like they drew it up in practice yesterday on the training ground when we were kids.
Still scoreless here in Tampa Bay. Hilton able to get ahead on it. There's White. Nicely done. Good touch by Wyke. Ekra trying to weave his way through traffic. Taken away by Ashitey, and Hartford will once again try and settle things down. You can sense Rowdy's trying to play at a frantic pace. They're doing a good job of that right now. Wyke. Guinzati tried to get it back to him. Kind of the same way the Rowdies were able to get a goal last week against New York. And multiple headers over the top now to Guinzati. Saber Guinzati tries to cross it. And there's Caldwell to knock it down. Well, USL is committed.
We spoke about at the beginning of the game. Has worked well so far.
Hartford now possessing. Tampa Bay able to get the takeaway thanks to Wyke and Lewis. Rowdy's faithful.
The shortest man with the longest hair.
Lakowecki to Guinzati, right back to Max. Max getting a little attention after that career night. Looking for Dos Santos. Steven trying to fight off defenders. Lawrence Wyke taken away that time. Lasso trying to keep it alive for the Rowdies.
That was an important block by last.
I heard that Messi was actually being paid in cryptocurrency. That is a total another conversation.
That is, you were right. Absolutely right. He got paid in PSG coin.
Ashitey and Lara. Rowdy's got a little bit more spring. Very high level football we're seeing here thus far. Dos Santos again the target, tries to turn it around. Ashitey was marking him tightly, and now Lasso. A nice slide. Rowdies take it. Another cross coming in. Lasso very active tonight. Contact right there as it continues to be very physical down on the pitch.
Well, two things there. The delivery by Lewis Hilton, just to want to get 45 minutes under his belt on those legs. I'm sure Lucky and Kusana will make his appearance, or Guantahara is again putting a great ball in, and it was Obregon Jr. trying to find his 5th goal. So as much as the Rowdies get sucked in with this compact formation, the wing back.
Minute. Lots coming up at halftime. We'll tap into Sebastian Guinzati. Got highlights and stats of the first half, and of course Ryan's traditional second half outlook. It's all coming up at the half. Guinzati circling back here. Rowdies would love to take a goal into
two things to talk about. It has to be Jan Ekra's play so far and Hartford Athletics' ability to close down just in that centre-back region.
Wyke again. Oh, threads the needle. Can Antley get to it? Eventually spell Dos Santos. Again, Tejada available tonight. Jordan Doherty. And we got Jordan Adebayo-Smith as well, who's been playing extremely well. Wyke.
We cheap balls. The Rowdies have to come and beat Hartford. Hartford are not going to beat themselves by taking risks.
Now it's Hartford. Just cannot get through that route. Lawrence Wyke. Quick to react. Now Wyke sees an opening. Wyke floats one up. A little bit ahead of Dos Santos.
Well, Lawrence, correct, because he's always probing Drew. He's always trying, knocking on that door. And when teams sit back and they play tight in the playoffs, he's that one guy willing to take a risk and break things wide open. Even Dos Santos went down. Yes, they had a little bit of momentum to work with, and they got some more wins. But then so much pressure fell on this man, Guenzati, that the goals dried up. And when the goals dry up, everything happens.
Big weekend here around the Tampa Bay area. Tampa Bay Bucks in action again tomorrow night. Exhibition season begins at Raymond James Stadium. So see, also watching on WCTX in Hartford. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, and all of you, our broadcast team, top notch here in Tampa Bay. Honored to work with. Hit us up on Twitter throughout the night. Seen some funny ones so far here tonight. Those tweets, Ryan, coming your way.
Yeah, there's Twitter has been alive and well.
Made that return in the last Rowdies home game against Loudoun here, that 3-1 victory. Here comes Wyke now, breaking away from defenders.
Had a great save against Beckford in that game at the near post.
Jan Ekra again tied up with a defender and a quick whistle. Tampa Bay is Florida's most ways to play. Gonzati. Lewis Hilton. Rowdies attacking. Still looking for their first goal.
Lawrence Wyke comes off. Jan Ekra goes to where Lawrence Wyke is. And then you bring in Adebayo-Smith to play alongside Nkosana.
Hilton. Look at Lewis Hilton. Just cut down. Nkosana got a piece of it, and now Serbal will lead the Rowdies attack. Serbal trying to make something happen here. Rowdies quickly win it back. Hartford does the same here in the 76th minute. Able to take care of it. Adebayo-Smith got a piece. Herrera again. Nice sharing it. Ashitey. Good touch. Hartford trying to turn.
Has he earned it over the last 2 seasons? Well, the Rowdies need a fox in the box, and they've called upon the right man.
So Tejada set to take the place of Connor Antley. Hartford going to take a little air out.
The one.
Lewis Hilton floats one in the air. Lasso is there. Able to get ahead on it. Hilton will try and keep it in. He does. Adebayo-Smith, his 4th goal of the season. The young man out of Colton, California. So fun to watch his growth. Delivers a huge one.
Now, don't forget, you're always the most vulnerable when you've just scored. And the Rowdies have to get right back into the game now. They're playing a different formation, 4-4-2.
Smith's going to get awarded the goal, but the way he kept that ball alive, he's done it all night long. Those second and third chances finally paying off. And Nkosana Trying to keep this one alive for Tampa Bay. Stoppage time here, Ryan, because we have not had a lot of it throughout the run of play here in half number 2. Stand by for that here. The Rowdies have.
This result's even more important as that Thursday game against Pittsburgh looming, like you said, Drew.
Here comes Serval. Nicely done. Dahlgaard. So 3 minutes, an eternity. When you think about a very determined Hartford athletic team, trying to avoid another loss here on the road.
Doable of a comeback normally comes from a 2-goal advantage as far as the largeness of the deficit. Still doable for a very good attacking side. But the switchbacks have been spectacular so far tonight.
And it's actually impressive that Harry Watley makes those changes straight away. It's you know, I like that in a manager who says, you know what, we're 3-1 down, we're going to go for it. Let's get fresh legs on, guys. Believe in yourself. Have a
bigger contenders in the Eastern Conference, but Gabby Torres, his first appearance in some time for Hartford Athletic, trying to provide the spark to a possible comeback. It's in a good ball, but it's headed away. Only as far as Ashitey, who goes for goal! Oh, sensational! What about that? Knee Armah Ashitey gets one back in spectacular style for Hartford. And it's game on again in Colorado Springs. What a strike!
Talk about entertainment. It's absolutely brilliant. And just from again, we were saying, can the Colorado Springs switchbacks try and be solid in defense? They get broken down, but let's give Ashitey credit for the finish. Absolutely brilliant. The ball is headed clear. He takes it. Match against Sporting Kansas City 2. Other than that, they have shipped goals in every other match. And in their last few games, it was 2 at Austin Bold, 1 Loudoun, 1 Lou City, 3 San Antonio, 3 they shipped against New Mexico. It's just too much. If you want to go on and win trophies, you cannot afford to leak this many goals.
That in, referee's flag stayed down, but the switchbacks regained possession defensively. And then they give it away. Ashitey nearly slithered his way through. Up with him. Beckford with Barry to his right. He finds him. Haji Barry, great centering pass. Mishi leaves it. Lewis has it. And Lewis scores again. It's again clinical attacking play from Colorado Springs. And they've got it again now. Ashitey, crucial touch. And there's still time for more drama at Widener Field. Ashitey, a lovely back heel to win possession back for Hartford Athletic. Just checking back at their season stats, Gary, this is the most goals Hartford Athletic have conceded. The switchbacks have 4, and there still might be more to come.
And they've only conceded 17 all season, Hartford. That's the second best in their group, just behind Tampa on 15. So
A couple of headers in the penalty area. Martinez trying to corral it. Mishi's touch, and he could be away, but a crucial challenge. Ashitey. But the switchback still might be off to the races. Wonderfully done by Barry. Mishi through 2. Barry in behind.
48 hours plus travel since then. So the travel alone can take a lot out of you, especially when you go cross division. We saw Phoenix, who are an unbelievable side, travel. I think it was to play Charlotte, either Charleston or Charlotte, and I think it was Charlotte, and it took a lot out of them as well. So just shows you here, if you don't get of Colorado Springs.
And to be fair, Colorado Springs are on a quick turnaround as well. But remember, Brendan Burke rested some of those players in that front 6 for the switchbacks in that Austin Bowl game. Gabby Torres will throw this back in for Hartford Athletic, who are still very much in this, despite Colorado Springs trying to put the Makangila out wide. Room for Anderson if he wants to run into. He'll flare one in there instead, only as far as Toure. Martinez sweeps it away now and win it back cleanly. Now Anderson, Toure. Anderson gets it through. It was Armah who tried to find a teammate unsuccessfully. What can Hartford do to possibly make this tougher on the switchbacks? They've had base Torres for Sebastian Anderson. He's now collapsed upon. Weaves his way through. That might have been handled on the way through. Referee does spot it and award the switchbacks with a free.
Plus, they're only 3 points ahead of Charleston Batchy, having played the same number of games, and Charlotte Independence 1 game back. So all of a sudden, what looked like a shoe-in for Hartford suddenly might turn into a battle to make the playoffs. So this has been a crucial.
8 minutes to go, plus added time. Switchbacks looking to finish this off. Mishi. Centering pass was blocked by Lara. He finds Torres. Good centering pass. Good turn initially by Armah. Torres trying to keep it alive. Echeverria just about does so. Anderson lets.
You can avoid, and it might have been a completely different game for Harry Watling's side.
Colorado Springs on the attack. Ashitey does well initially. Echeverria couldn't quite keep it alive and lose him. He's able to send it upfield. Have a missed kick there, but it falls for Torres. And then Ashitey. Still time for Hartford, although it would be a pretty miraculous recovery. Most goals his team has conceded under his tutelage. But as we talked about, it's tough circumstance, although a couple times I've talked to Harry Watling, he won't use that as an excuse. He'll expect better from his team. Now Echeverria, Yaya Toure, and Toure skies it over the top.
With Armah, so maybe if he'd have shot across the goalkeeper, it either turns into a shot or it turns into a pass. But when you shoot on the near side, if you miss it, it just goes straight out.
So past the hour mark, Tommy Williamson just coming on, the 21-year-old 12th pick out of Cal Berkeley for the Earthquakes. Scored a crucial goal against Charleston Battery a few weeks ago to salvage a point on the road in South Carolina.
And I've seen him come on before. He puts himself about. He'll get up in that box. He'll be active as well. And, you know, he seems like someone that's not afraid of contact in there. Let's see how that materializes. Oh, that's beautiful.
Udati caught out of position. Allows Rovira to stride into this space. Rovira switches the play, headed back.
Behind how he was in that first half.
Janjigian. Ashitey on the far side.
Bit too much on it. You know, we talked about Conor McGlynn. He's playing very deep. I think he's just replaced Christian Gomez in there, so he may not even get a chance to get a shot off close to the goal.
Up this loose ball. Here's Janjigian. bouncing around here in possession, taken now at the back. Stolen away there in the middle and then given right back. And then the foul to compound the error. But what Pittsburgh is doing in the college game, very, very strong in men's college soccer. And here come the Riverhounds back the other way. Dixon leading the break. Dixon still going. Second goal on the season for Luis Perez. His first pro season out of Central Florida, and now trying to go for the kill, but a heavy touch there by Williamson. A lot to cheer about tonight for the Riverhounds, and especially late on in this game. Can Hartford maybe pull one back? Another ball knocked right up into the air. Now Williamson. One more chance to break. Cicerone still battling. Ashitey is fouled. Maybe one more kick of the ball. This game will be complete.
Partner Dayhill Dome is holding a fundraiser to support St. Baldrick's Foundation to fight pediatric cancer. To learn more and support, go to hartfordathletic.com/foundation. Now Barrera, both managers using
this Budati wide open on the back post. Notice that quickly, though. Even with the 2-goal lead, Chris, they immediately retreat.
Now sliding beyond here. Here's Elney. Can make amends for his earlier minute. A couple of good chances for Hartford. Go a long way towards sealing the 3 points. As is Miami need a couple of goals. Can they get one? Devin will be going for his fresh bev after the commentary tonight. Casira gone down. It's going to be a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. A little bit of a let off there. Certainly for the Ghanaian Ashitey. Budati. Tabor Itaka peel back for Barrera, who tried to go for a third assist rather than a first goal. And just left it there for Miami to win it back. Now Martinez trying to go forward and top of the first. Francois. Miami try and find a route back into it. Reed unable to get it right. Cohn Resnick. Recovering from some minor symptoms. Both coaches vaccinated. As was lofted away there. Taka actually able to keep possession. Just want to string some passes together here, Hartford, but pressure will arrive. Actually away there from pressure there by Ashitey, and their 7th win overall, their 3rd win at home on the campaign. Baggio. Nice through ball in towards Forbes, who tries the square ball. But there'll be a minimum of 6 minutes to be added on. Baggio. Forward. A bit dangerous, but no fellow green shirts there to help out. Barrera's press unsuccessful. It's it behind here towards Billy Forbes. His left-footed delivery goes flashing through that penalty area.
It's been up, it's been down in terms of results. They've gone 4 unbeaten. They've gone back-to-back wins. All of that happened earlier this season. After the drubbing that was.
In hand. Opportunity remains for them to climb up the table. It's a good punch away there again from Caldwell. Is there another break on here for Hartford? Barrera leading a 3v4 today. Oh, he's such a strong presence. It was just snow. that out before it becomes 3. Miami will try and chase the consolation goal, but here Miami FC. In towards the near post. And there is the full-time whistle.
No substitutions brought to you by the Home Team Barbecue.
Now this is really looking good for Charleston Battery now. We're just over 10 minutes left. Similar situation. In fact, they were 2-0 down against New York Red Bulls. Dodson got one back in the 86th minute. So similar timing. And they got the win.
Place. They have made a game of this one. Springing into space. Ade Sodan puts the ball down.
Crowd are a little bit tense. They know this match is hanging in the balance for the Battery.
Janjigian. To Ashitey. Gadula, perhaps for time wasting. So he goes into the book. A whistle here.
Haven't quite been as good as they have been. Danny Barrera, 4 goals and 5 assists in his 10 matches. Again, not impressing. Oh, here's trouble.
Is this how the game comes to an end? Yes, it is. The final moments of this one. Charleston, who's played well at home all year, in desperate need of 3 points on this home stand to work its way back into the playoff picture. The final whistle's there. The home side, 3.
They absolutely controlled Charleston last time they were on this pitch. And a good start. Again, vital here tonight. Here's Dayon Harris turning. He attacks that right side. Here an assist to go with it. Had the game winner against the Battery. He's been so clutch also, not just the run of play, but he has sort of been the go-to guy on
Kill us what this Uruguayan is doing.
Seba goes down. And now the Armah Ashitey.
Defense just so direct with the ball, causes all sorts of problems for the back 3 or back 4. That's our first glimpse of Barrera coming out to the left-hand side. Akaka just...
Barrera taps it back, and it's Tulu. Well, download the USL WLeague.com to learn more. How about Evan Loro? 5 clean sheets thus far here for the Rowdies. Sebastian Daugard held clearly.
So, definitely be a dream come true for him to be part of that squad in the coming years.
Nothing like playing. This young man's been electric. Trying to send it back that time with Serbil. Had a good idea, just couldn't execute.
Well, I think Dayon Harris's pass was for Guenzati. Serbil, of course, didn't know that. But that's going to take a little bit of time for that chemistry to come together. He's going to know that Seba Guenzati dummied it.
I don't think Seba fully expected that.
But Dayon Harris, Matt Serbil, roommates. Of course.
Well, in the past few years, they've done a lot. But one of those things is recover. They have not lost back-to-back matches since October of 2019. See if they can do it here tonight after the setback down in Miami.
This Hartford team picking up a little bit of steam, only losing one of the last 3. Sorry, but they're knocking on the door.
I didn't know you were a mathematician there.
Neither does my mother or father.
Never mind. See if that offense can ignite him here. Scarlett once again building from the back. And Guenzati hit from behind. And it's going to be a Faz. Aaron Guillen has come up. Fernandez. Daugard. Karam's around in the box here. Saba with a defender on his back. So Rowdy's leading in possession and chances, Ryan, but not on the scoreboard. No reason to panic, though, here at home. Just do what you... Ralph's mom. Skyway Casuals trying to bring this team back here as Hilton gets up quickly to try and throw it in. Now it's Ashitey. And Serval with the foul. And this could very well be a card here. Here it comes low. Hilton hammers it out. Ball shot. And it was deflected that time. And it will be another.
Dion Harris doing a great job making himself available.
Saba going down. Now it's Ashitey. She's so athletic. Rowdy's trying to get.
Oh, he's not creating any chances in the last 10 minutes or so. Hence, I can see the frustration in Collins' face.
Here come the Rowdies now. Leo Fernandez. Fernandez. Nasty tackle. Goes down hard that time. Foul. Oh, airborne. Getting up was Fernandez. And now Saba tries to take over things. Saba in the box. Gets it to Leo! Just wide! He'll wait for help here for the Rowdies. Or he may just do it himself. Lost it.
Sebastian Daga trying his best to create
plays at that right back position. Now Red Bulls 2 could be in. It's Harper who sits down Jinjigian.
Be so interesting towards the end of the season. So many good teams, and Red Bulls 2 really coming into their own of late, regardless of the score of this game. It's going to be so interesting end of the year.
Community's better. You need more convenience from your bank. At Westfield Bank, you can bank your way. Learn more at westfieldbank.com. He just outpaces everybody because he comes into the game fresh.
I mean, it would be great to be able to bring him on now, but you know, with who's missing, there's a couple missing. The team hasn't really got going. You know, they haven't been able to get their attacking players in those positions. So I think there's more factors than just him.
Dottie gives it away. Rogers.
Remember my first speech, something like that.
Where was that?
That was Charlton Athletic, long time ago now, 17 years old. First time with the first team. So they're going to bring some energy going forward, I would imagine.
Still just 3 subs. Stanley Black & Decker. Stay tuned each week for the Stanley Innovative Play of the Game. Still waiting for that play today. Really can't pluck out too many. Acosta gave it away. Armah Ashitey for Tabor Taka, who keeps it in. Corner kick, first things first for Hartford. They have to defend the corner. Cedeno's first touch. Again.
You know, when I said, you know, you talked about game management, how do you learn from that? Amir Tombo, he's going to learn from...
That's a tug too from Armah Ashitey.
The linesman was flagging. That's got to be a foul there. Amir Tombo is going to learn from that, especially if, you know, Hartford go get a...
Third minute. 4 minutes later, Hartford get their first. We are in for a finish tonight.
Spence and create something for his team, and Derek Dodson converted. You know, there's not been much attacking play for Hartford. Got a couple minutes plus stoppage time, still time to make something happen.
Here come Red Bulls. Shunned off by Armah Ashitey, and now Gomez forward. Try and grab an equalizer, salvage a point, and maybe more importantly, keep Red Bulls 2 from collecting all three.
Crowd, you know, he's given a lot of space, but he's far from goal. You would maybe welcome a shot from that distance. What a goal that is.
It's the first.
Immediately back to him. You can't let teams get an edge. They'll run with it.
We might not be done yet. There's still time.
With Hartford. Colorblind.
Many issues, Matt. Don't think. I may have learned something new. Bolivar.
All right, Michael, see if we can do a better one.
Down the options on the build back forward for the boys in red and white. These are the moments, Mike. I said momentum is the more important thing. As you move forward over the next couple, other team a service and make them chase. Honestly, make this hard for them as opposed to the constant turnovers and the ability to play.
Turned over and led ahead for Downs. Dan Brott. For about a week. Why is this matchup so intriguing to you?
A couple of reasons. You start with,
it's a bit wild. You don't really realize that Mike Jeffries has been in the coaching game as long as he has. Finished his playing career in 1988, started coaching around Charlotte, as we mentioned pregame, coming off that 1-0 win against Tampa Bay that certainly gave fans a lot to hope for in this independent side this year. Heavy challenge
of the coverage as opposed to the player, and that's not a knock on Kevin Riascos. He's fantastic for the system. He does his job and he's ever steady, but they don't have depth in that position. This to look like that gives you an idea of how important he is in terms of the system, because you basically only have one guy that can play that spot right now. Now you're just 5 minutes into a match, but Blake Pope expected to start there. Bump him into wingback. You bring Dimmick. Now they've rotated Dean over, pushed Dimmick to the other side.
Folks, make sure you get the best wings in town.
I will say that it is the smart move to push.
Barrera winds the service. Roberts heads it away, and this struck on the first time, lashed well wide. Let's take a look at our
performance. I actually think their performance is more important than the points, Mike. Their ability to go on the road against a quality team in Charlotte Independence and prove that they belong, because so far this is more important than the result.
Bounces over to Bender, recovered by Rogers.
The upper portion of the arm, then it's in play.
Freeman allows play to continue here. Turned over high up the field.
The Houston Dynamo, homegrown back in 2018, who's just looking for some repetitions, to be honest. And Mike Jeffries recognizes the skill first and foremost, but his understanding of what they're trying to do here in terms of their shape, he's fit right in, to be honest. You know, the change that occurred last
Watling. Perhaps it's notable that Hartford only has 6 available on their bench tonight. Calls into question just how much they knew about that fact in advance.
Sometimes 3 or 4 deep in certain areas.
Somewhere Jeff Caldwell's going, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Hara went threw his boot around a bit.